as grocery store shelves are increasingly empty. The winter weather surge could keep store shelves desolate even longer. My next guest says he expects these supply chain interruptions to continue over the next 6 weeks as Omicron cases hit the labor market. Joining me now, Gristedes and D'Agostino Foods President, United Refining Company Chairman and CEO, John Catsimatidis. John, great to see you. Just explain what you're seeing and experiencing in terms of the supply chain disruptions, bare shelves. What's the hardest to keep in stock here?
Well, it's a multiple choice of items happening. First of all, you have Omicron. Second of all, now you have the weather on top of it. Third of all, you have the price of crude oil is $83, $84, $85, $86 going to. And if Russia shakes a little bit around and makes believe they're going to attack the Ukraine, you can have $100 oil. And Mr. Putin will be laughing all the way to the bank. So what's happening in our country is Omicron is keeping a lot of people home in the Midwest and a lot of places, taxing the ability of warehouses to stock the product, load the product, and put it on the trucks that deliver to the stores. Now, what's going on? There's a shortage of truck drivers. So it creates an entire system of problems. You have a problem also at the manufacturing level. We've always had problems with Procter & Gamble, getting enough Bounty, getting enough Charmin. Our stores in the Northeast in New York, we're fully stocked because we have a lot of alternative suppliers. But stores in the rest of the country are in deep trouble because you drive around and you see half the shelves are empty. And that's a serious problem. And it's caused by people staying home from Omicron, the weather now, and it's caused by, and the prices are going up.
Yeah.
So what happens is when you see $83 oil on Friday and going to 85, 86, the prices are going to go up again. They're going to go, we have seen price increases coming in the food business in February and in March. So there's going to be price increases. And when you have the word, I don't use the word inflation. This is a tax on the poor. This is a tax on the lower middle class because they're the ones paying the price for what's going on in our country. And the White House and Washington has to know that. They got to bring the price of oil down. And the only way you bring the price of oil down, open up Canada, open up Alaska. Why aren't we buying them from them?
Well said. John, also I want to bring up in terms of bare shelves, one thing that causes, keeps inflation elevated, or as you said, a tax, is crime, particularly the theft here in New York City, the shoplifting, and shoplifters who don't get prosecuted. Look no further. And then we have a new DA who's going to make matters worse, downgrading felonies. This famous memo that he wrote, downgrading felonies to misdemeanors. How much of a problem is that for you to keep your stores stocked? And also, how do you see that contributing to supply problems and inflation problems in the weeks, if not months, to come?
Well, let's talk about the crime problem. It is a serious problem, and all Americans, all New Yorkers and all Americans have to put their foot down with their politicians and say enough is enough. And they have to say that keep our city safe, keep our country safe, or else. Now, politicians are scared of one thing, not getting reelected. So the politicians have to be more scared of common sense Americans, common sense Democrats, common sense Republicans that will band together and say enough is enough. Let's get rid of the crime. So if our politicians get scared enough of the common sense Americans, then they won't worry as much about the socialists that are trying to push our country downhill.
Like Governor Kathy Hochul has to be shaken in her heels watching